Did you say sorry?
Hey everybody, it's me, the man that speaks in jams, here with another video.
We gonna do the high energy YouTube intro, like what's up gamers? Welcome back to another episode of Chronicles of Darkness. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe and shoot me, please. Alright, no. Oh no, don't. It's gonna look terrible on my my internet history. I can't be on record saying that.
You can see my YouTube channel down in the description below, plus all my Facebook and Twitter and all that jazz. Our sponsor for today is NordVPN. Thank you very much.
Yeah, Nord, Raid, Audible, Shadow.
Okay. Oh, I didn't know that.
Okay.
We were lying. We're not serious.
I don't know if you can. I haven't looked. All right. So, no, I actually have. So, final questions, comments, concerns before we start. We'll pick up with Stahl and his companion, Tullus, since that's where we left off last time. Just have to wait for him to come back. All right, he's back now. But yeah, so last time we ended right as the artillery fired off.
Can we tell how close it is? Like, does it sound like it'd come from nearby, or?
Not nearby, but you can hear it, which means it's close enough. But if you had to guess, it's probably a couple miles away. Like it's not close. That it's probably not aimed at you or anywhere near you, but you can hear it because these are some fairly large guns.
I kind of just point to the bullet holes in my, I guess my chest, and I just say too late.
So, well, they're not firing in this direction, otherwise we would have heard the explosions by now and probably felt them. So, I doubt they're aiming at you. By the way, how'd you get those potholes?
Oh, well, our boss decided it'd be a good idea to chase after some hunters. Or chase after a werewolf, which led to hunters.
That's about how things go, isn't it?
Yeah, I'd appreciate a more, I guess, cautious approach to things, but things don't always work out how you want it to, I suppose.
That much is very true. So obviously I'm driving at this, or, you know, he's hopped on my motorcycle and I've taken off at this point.
Yeah, where are you headed? Exactly.
Well, that's actually what
What's the objective?
Okay. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm gonna turn around and ask Stahl. So, he mentioned you were with several people. I feel like it might be prudent to go ahead and round them up to try and figure out, because artillery fire and you having, you know, getting winged like that, not necessarily the best points of events happening right now.
one of them is already headed back to the city. With the basically human person is already. Okay, scratch that. Okay, one's already headed back to the city. Another one, I guess, is hoofing it outside, and then the ghost tamer dude is already at a graveyard somewhere, I assume.
Well then we'll try to pick up the other ones. I don't particularly know where any graveyards are, so I'm not even gonna attempt to find that person. I'm just gonna try to locate the others. Do you think you could direct me?
Yeah, I gave directions to one of them, but I have no clue where the other one is.
And I'm gonna take off in the direction he gives me.
Okay. So, I need everyone to make me a perception roll.
Perception. Okay.
Barely, but hey.
I'm guessing that does not include me.
No, it does.
Oh.
Okay. Just roll perception, I guess. That's just that's witch plus composure. Normal roll. Okay.
Okay. So, the two of you on your bike, you guys are headed down a road, roughly what you assume on an intercept path with the directions Stahl gave earlier. When it's very clear that the road is somewhat occupied, you can see the headlights from quite a bit away. They have their high beams on. There's a bunch of trucks parked on the road, people milling about around them. They appear to be pulled up alongside what looks to be almost a gas station. Well, not almost a gas. It's a gas station. As for Cherry, you've been following the directions that were given to you. Just, they pointed you in a direction, said the city is that way. As you guys come out of the brush, I mean, you see a very similar sight, just from the other side. A lot of parked trucks pulled up to a gas station. However, you're coming at it from the side. You can see a logo on these trucks, and it's not a logo you like.
Yeah. Yeah.
These trucks are Chiron marked.
Yeah. Jerry, well, she doesn't visibly react. Right. She looks at that. She looks over. Well, yeah. We already rolled for something similar to this last session, so no, she doesn't visibly react. Oh, hello.
Pooter.
I'm here. There I am. Haha.
Yeah, so Cherry might not visibly react, but Rose does look over at you and is a little, like, you're seeing what I'm seeing, right?
Good say. Yes, indeed. There appear to be a large amount of Chiron forces around this area. it may be worth either investigating or avoiding entirely.
You know, I'm gonna. No. I'm not
Would
gonna-
we recognize the logo from the car we saw earlier?
There was no logo on the car you saw earlier,
Okay.
and you're coming at it from like the front, so you wouldn't see the logo painted on the side.
Let's see.
But yeah, no. So Rose does kind of look at you and is like, "Do you recognize the model? Because I don't think that is a standard truck."
Well, crafts plus intelligence for that, I suppose.
Sure.
Crafts intelligence. Turn off. Then. This might be slightly messed up, but hold on, just so it doesn't. I don't know if this will mess up in some way. We'll see. Oh yeah, that's slightly messed up. Whatever, it's still exceptional. I'm gonna need to figure out a way to handle that. I shouldn't have. I
To
shouldn't
take
have
away
penalty.
skill penalty on
I
training.
shouldn't have the untrained skill penalty. Yeah, but
Yeah, I
whatever.
think you can get rid of that somewhere. But
Looking at later.
yeah, I'll
Yeah,
look
something
at that later.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, these trucks, they're not exactly like your standard what you'd see on the highway.
Mhm.
They've got a lot wider wheels. Some of them even are tracked. Some have plows.
Um,
They look like winter vehicles. It's clearly not winter.
These vehicles appear to be designed. She would give an eerily accurate. She would give a model number, or if one exists.
Not
She
that
would
you
give
would
them.
know of.
Yes, she would give a model number. Okay, she wouldn't give a model. She would say, "Hey, they seem to be. These likely. These seem to be altered in some way. Hey, likely custom made. Likely. Hey, they appear to be winter vehicles of some variety. Hey, likely created for the purpose of. Likely created for the purpose of nearly this exact of likely winter or handling their plows and such. This is strange, as if there does not appear to be winter or any snow where we currently are, though. That does not though, given what we have previously seen, that does not mean there was not snow in some other area.
Suppose so. It's a little concerning.
Indeed.
All right, so I gotta jump to Kalmir real quick. Is he still asleep?
How long has it been?
Not very.
Then he probably hadn't started sleeping.
No, because I know you had said he was gonna lay down to sleep, and then we had the artillery go off.
Yeah.
So that probably
artillery,
might have
that's-
woken him up.
At least that, yes. Even if he had started to go to sleep, that would definitely wake him up.
Yeah. Does he go back to sleep? That's the question I need to know.
No, he'll get up and check it out, wherever it might have come from.
Several miles away.
Of course. More strange, thunderous noises. Can't sleep anywhere, not even in the woods. So, yeah, he's gonna go out there and tell him to shut up.
Okay, well, we'll get back to his quest in a moment. Stahl and Tullus, are you just going to continue driving directly down the road?
Tullus isn't particularly concerned with...
Sorry, back.
Yeah. Tullus isn't particularly concerned with random vehicles on the road. Yeah, he's capable, so if they want to cause him problems, then he'll give them problems, but he doesn't really expect them to. He kind of looks over at Stahl and he goes, just want to drive straight through, or do you want to stop and see what's going on here?
I'd recommend just going through it. I don't want to deal with any more bullet wounds today.
Alright. So, obviously I'm going to slow down because I'm not trying to run over anybody here. So I am going to slow down and maneuver myself through, if necessary.
Yeah. So you get a lot of, weird looks, like what's this guy doing driving directly through us, basically. People kind of dodging out of the way, like they don't want to get hit, even though you're not trying to hit them. They're running off the road.
Gonna kind of mutter to Stahl, dramatic people, seriously.
Yeah, they seem kind of jumpy. As you drive through, if you could give me another perception check.
I'm glad I saved that roll.
Okay. Yeah, so both of you can see what's going on here as you're going slow enough. It's not hard to see. They appear to be loading a lot of supplies, a lot of gas cans, etc., from this gas station into the truck. Trucks. They basically are just like tearing this gas station apart at the moment. In addition, as you're going past, catch a glimpse of people behind the station carrying things, not boxes, but body bags.
I think these might be... Wait, no.
Tullus is kind of gonna... Do you think it's their own kind or some others?
I mean... let's see. It could be werewolves. We were attacked by some werewolf hunting hunters from earlier, or it could be just more of their own kind. We did have firefight recently. I'm not sure if these are the same guys or not.
These people in particular don't appear to be the same people. Most of them are even armed. Occasionally you spy like a handgun on a holster, but they don't appear all that heavily armed.
The body bags they're pulling out, are they human-sized or are they large?
They are human-sized. They're unlikely to be werewolf. They are standard, like, zipped-up black body bags.
And you
can tell there are bodies in them.
And you stated they're putting gas cans. Are they putting anything else, or are they just draining the tanks?
Gas cans, boxes, like, admittedly, they're just loading up crates of literally everything that was in this gas station. So some of it is unmarked boxes, some are cans. They look like food cans almost.
Seems like a pretty good haul, but those body bags definitely look more so human than anything else, so I would assume either whoever the custodians of this building were, or some of their own that got mowed down. Maybe a little bit of both, even. But it doesn't really concern us. So I'm still going to be making my way through, you know, unless somebody actively tries to stop me or something.
Yeah. So, Cherry, you can definitely see the motorcycle driving directly through this convoy outpost.
Would I recognize Stahl would be on there? The person I saw earlier?
I reckon Stahl's probably not that hard to miss. Like, doesn't Stahl have, like, the giant trait? Or,
Yep. He's a big dude.
Yeah, he's probably not that hard to miss. You probably recognize him.
You mean pretty hard to miss? Not that hard to miss? Not that hard to miss.
Okay, words are hard.
I wanted to check because... Sorry. Cherry would look over. They appear to be traveling through the area. It might be pertinent to speak with them, though I'm not sure. Actually, no. Cherry would stop speaking. She'd look at them, but probably would stop speaking.
I would assume since if Cherry can see Stahl, Stahl could see Cherry then, and would point Cherry out to me.
If he's looking at, like, off the road.
Fair enough.
Is Stahl pretty observant right now? Is he, eyes, head on a swivel, or is he just kind of along?
I'd say he's pretty cautious, but yeah. Should I do like a perception thing again, or?
Is Cherry trying to hide at all?
A little bit. It's not obvious, but a little bit. Rose might not be, but Cherry is probably trying to stay behind something or another.
Okay, then yeah, give me the perception roll. Roll dice. Okay. Yeah, so I mean, you definitely see Rose standing there, not too hidden, and the half hiding, half not hiding Cherry behind a tree, off the side of the road. They appear to have, kind of been held up at this convoy.
I kind of just like tug at like I move Titus's shoulder. I'm like, hey, that's that girl over there, the girl I saw earlier.
I'm assuming once pointed out, Tolis can see them.
Yeah, you were just you had your eyes on the road. I mean,
He's not going to pull directly up to them. He is going to veer off a little bit and set his bike a little bit of distance of ways, because he kind of notices that Cherry. Obviously, he doesn't know it's Cherry, but he sees the girl kind of halfway hiding behind a tree and realizes probably doesn't want to be, have her location airdropped to everybody around. But once he gets the bike parked, he does start making his way over there. Along with, I'm assuming Stahl's coming with him.
Yeah.
And as he kind of approaches, he goes, okay, so I'm going to assume from Stahl's direction here that you're lost duckling number 2 and 3. He kind of raises an eyebrow.
Rose sort of, speaks up and is like, I wouldn't really say we're lost. We had direction. City's that way, and kind of points.
I mean, seriously, to be frank, we're all a little lost here. It's not every day that you find yourself in a city that you've never seen before after waking up one day. I mean, however, I was sent by my father. He, for some reason, believes that you guys are of some sort of value. So I am here.
Here. Huh. Would your father happen to be would your father happen to be she spends a moment thinking of a name. Vitus?
Yes, Vitus Ventru Giovanni is my father. My name is Tullus Ventru Giovanni.
Yeah. She would say the correct name, but understandable. Ventru. Odd.
He kind of looks over at the trucks and he goes, now, I assume from your standing behind a tree that you are uncomfortable with these folks. Is this something that we need to deal with?
She would pause for a moment, and I'm quite fine. These people are however, these people are members of the Jeering group, a group of Are you aware of the concept of? I will ask first. Are you aware of the concept? Are you aware of the concept of monster hunters?
I mean, yes, they've came after my father on a couple of occasions. All
These are
have
major
failed.
I would assume so. Oh, she'd put together her given information, and she wouldn't say anything actually. These would happen to be a fairly large group. Oops. I'm sorry. Who's having the background noise right now? I'm sorry. Hard to focus.
Yeah, it was Stahl. He raised his hand.
Would it be possible? They are a major group of monster hunters that focus upon the collection of monsters in order to perform experiments and as well as to create items that are useful, that can be sold to the general public. Trying to focus.
So essentially, they just want to turn a profit. All right, got it.
Yeah, they are a corporation of monster hunters is the most excellent way to put it. I suppose, as I am.
As we were driving through, they don't seem to be very well armed, however. So,
they are
likely a research group.
Indeed. We have had. Sorry.
So the attention has been drawn to the Chiron trucks. And there does appear to be a small group of them with flashlights and whatnot, sort of walking your direction as they're kind of curious about the motorcycle that just veered off the road. There's only 3 of them, but they are approaching.
Instinctively, Tullis's hand goes to the goes up underneath. He's wearing like a standard leather jacket, but dress shirt underneath, and he kind of lifts the back part of his leather coat, and you can see the pistol at the top of at the back of his pants that he kind of rests his hand on just in case as they
I'll take care of
approach.
him.
I kind of hold
Say
my
again,
hand
Stahl?
up. I hold my hand up to Stahl on the he'll take care of him thing. I'm with the motion
Is
of
anyone-
like no. And he's like in Tullis's head. The hand on the gun's just precautionary. He doesn't actually. He's hoping he doesn't have to do anything.
Is anyone paying attention to Cherry at this moment? Just
I
a
don't think
question.
so.
Okay.
Rose likely would be, considering, you know, she knows what Sharon is and your relation with Sharon.
Okay, I think this is a relatively okay time. I'm to ask to do subterfuge versus empathy, because this is a problem.
Yeah, so we're gonna give that a roll.
Oh, and that modifier 2. God damn it.
What? You are not allowed.
I'm Sherry rolls way too high. I on specifically the points that I don't want her to roll high.
And Rose is.
Oh, that wasn't No, that wasn't a normal roll. That was true. That was correctly route. It's just still, God.
Yeah, no. So Rose looks at you and is kind of just quite surprised that you're remaining calm here. Especially as she kind of, you know, taps your shoulder and is like, do you not remember that face?
She,
Give me a
Cherry.
perception.
A perception. Oh God. Odd. Okay. Perception. Which plus composure. Her. Turn off subterfuge. Okay. Which one of my conviction touchdowns is it?
You recognize one of the people, a woman by the name of Dorothy Alcock. Previous a member of the Long Night working with Sharon.
Her eyes flash for a moment, and she is going, and she's just gonna start walking away. Not saying anything.
Now, did Tullis and Stahl hear Rose when she said, "Oh, don't you recognize this person?"
You were standing close enough for conversation earlier, so yeah.
All right. Kind of taking the hint, Stahl's gonna not Stahl. Sorry there. Not talking for you there. Tullis is actually gonna try to position himself more so in between. He doesn't know what's going on, but he knows there's some connection, and he has his orders just like Stahl does.
How the hell am I rolling so well on with my 4 dice? Okay, wait. Technically, it was route by accident. I probably should have failed that. That was route by accident. But the 4 successes is funny enough. It's fine. Whatever. think I accidentally had it be route for which is wrong, but I don't know.
Anyways,
Yeah, it was
Too late.
route. But Stahl, what are you doing?
I will. I don't think I particularly care about Chariot Rose, so I'll just do as I was usually doing.
Okay.
Stand there menacingly.
I keep accidentally leaving it on route. I'm sorry about that. Bleh.
I mean, it's not as bad as the other game where half the party leaves it on chance die.
as
I
that
don't
group
get
gets
it.
closer, I'm just gonna kind of using my free hand kind of wave at them and go, good evening, or I guess at this point we're getting closer to morning now.
Yeah. Yeah, so of the three, the woman speaks up and is a little late for a midnight drive, wouldn't you say? Might I ask where you're headed?
Well, I'm sure you heard that gigantic artillery fire. Somewhat intrigued by that. It's the first time I've heard military-grade weaponry such as that go off. Being a military man myself, I'm curious.
Must be new to this side. Yeah, it's the damn, what do those losers like to call themselves now? The 40th or something? I don't know. There's this whole group of old military lads who think they're in control of everything over here. We've had a few scuffles with them.
Do they just fire off artillery for fun, or are they actually targeting something?
Not usually. I think they're trying to use a little scare tactic. Tensions are a little high right now.
Ah, yes, the werewolf incident in the city. I am aware of that.
Well, the wolves aren't really the problem. Problem is far simpler of politics, not the supernatural.
Politics. Well, as soon as you start talking bureaucracy to me, my eyes are going to glaze over. You can ask my father about that.
Well, it's less bureaucracy and more of they want to own this land, we didn't agree with it, and now they want to push us out. But unfortunately, we're not rolling over and accepting it, like a lot of the folks around here. As she kind of says that with quite the disdain and sort of glances just generally at the wilderness.
Guessing that's what those body bags I noticed were.
Unfortunately, they couldn't see reason.
It happens. All of that in war, unfortunately. Sure, there's a saying in there, but
I'm gonna do this.
Ah. Hold on.
Yes.
I'm guessing I have to. I'm guessing I'm gonna roll something for a moment.
I'm gonna let you contest that with a stealth if you really wish.
I'm gonna try.
does Cherry get any sort of bonus because I was moving myself directly in between them? So I am...
Yeah, I'll give you a +2.
Yeah, I'm...
Don't forget, take it off road.
Yeah, it's a normal now. Oh, +2.
Doesn't
No!
matter. Does not matter.
No.
Yeah, so the woman kind of glances over your shoulder and... So, who are your companions here?
I point at Stahl and I'm just like, my father's bodyguard, acting underneath my command for now. As for the other two, and I kind of glance over my shoulder, making sure not to actually turn my back to her. But I do kind of glance over my shoulder. I was just getting ready to try and find out their name, so I'm not entirely sure myself. I think my companion here might know their name, but beyond that, I don't know what their relation is.
Okay, well. Those two back there, I think they are Cheryl and Rose? Something like that. I don't know. They aren't the most confident of folks. I just ignore them, honestly.
Well, maybe they'll be more helpful after a little bit of questioning. Why don't we find out their names together then?
How about we don't? And I step forward.
I kind of, I use, Tullus uses his free hand and kind of puts it on Stahl's shoulder as kind of a, I'm not trying to really hold him back, kind of just tapping him on the shoulder like, be very careful here, this could go down really badly. But without saying it, obviously.
Do I roll Intimidate or?
You can, yeah, roll Intimidate.
Let's see.
Oh, also, hold up. I'm gonna roll something here, just because I have access to this merit, and I have never gotten to use it. And it's a good merit.
This is probably presence intimidation.
Yeah, I'm just adding that to the.
He's about to roll common sense, I swear.
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
It's never been used.
Wits plus composure, okay?
Yeah, so give me the intimidation roll.
Yeah, just give me a second. I'm adding it to the thing, the reset
Okay, yeah, fair
roll
enough.
thing.
Yeah, so presence intimidation.
3 successes on common sense.
I don't know what common sense does,
Yeah,
so give me a moment.
I get to ask you a specific question. Your character has an exceptionally sound and rational mind. With a moment's thought, she can weigh potential courses of actions and outcomes. Once per chapter, as an instant action, you may ask the storyteller one of the following questions about a task at hand or course of action. If you succeed, the storyteller must answer to the best of their ability. If you fail, you get no answer. With an exceptional success, you can ask an additional question. What is the safest choice here? I think,
You froze.
yeah, I think he froze.
Man, know that if you just start killing, and Cherry will help.
So anyways, I started blasting.
Yeah, they're not very heavily armed. You know, I think I could take them.
Yeah, right now, my shotgun's on my bike. Is the unfortunate thing. So all I've got is my handgun.
It's not very far, right?
Yeah, but it would still be an issue to get back to the bike.
Yes,
I think Gandhi is having.
Yeah, I don't know if my mic is actually working now. I'm
Yes,
on my
it is.
phone.
Your mic is working.
Yeah, the power just died, so give me a moment here. I gotta turn my computer back on.
Oh no.
Oh.
Battery backups.
Yeah,
All right,
wait,
so
I can just toss you again to the bike.
Okay, you're not throwing Tullus. He will not have that.
Nobody tosses a dwarf.
All right, yeah, so I only heard the first bit of the common sense merit, so can you reread that for a second?
Probably just post it in the thing.
That would mean I would
well,
have.
I can't read that right now anyway, so
Give me a TLDR.
Basically-
TLDR it for me.
Basically, I can ask you a question and you have to answer it to the best of your ability. The question I'm asking is, what is the safest course of action here? Safest choice?
So it's to the best of my ability, not to the best of the character's knowledge, huh?
Yes.
Yeah, it's the best of your ability to tell me the answer.
Okay. So the safest option is probably just letting them walk right past you and then jumping them as they start trying to talk to Cherry and Rose. I guess, for the safest course, I guess, would just be to walk away and leave them to their fate, I suppose.
You know.
And we'd both be whipped.
Yeah, while that might be the safest choice, that's not the choice. That last one's not the choice I'm going with.
Because it's the safest doesn't mean it's the right choice.
Pretty much. However, I will go ahead and kind of step to the side a little bit. Once again, I'm not exposing my back to her because I don't want her to see that I'm still kind of, you know, fondling my gun, so to speak. But, I am gonna kind of step to the side and kind of nod for Stahl to do the same. And I'm gonna kind of say, yeah, sure, I'm okay with that. What's your name, by the way?
Oh, and I follow the order. I just grumble and I just step aside.
Okay. I think my Discord should open up here in a moment, but I'll just talk on mobile. I don't know what the quality is. It's probably garbage.
I'm sorry for anyone looking at this and seeing just everybody in the wrong space.
Hold on, wait. I can turn on my mobile camera. You can see my ceiling. There you go.
Excellent. Excellent.
All right.
Moving everybody back around then.
Yeah. So the woman kind of replies, it's Dorothy to you, but I'm more interested in their names.
Fair enough. Well, let's go find out, Dorothy.
Yeah, so I don't know. I'm sure Harry can probably hear this going on behind her as you're, power walking away.
Actually,
Well,
kind of a mention of something that I mentioned. I don't know if you heard it. I'm going to kind of nod for Stahl to follow, and I'm going to make a quick detour to actually get back to my motorcycle and get get my shotgun.
Okay.
And then I'm going to start following.
So is Cherry going to speed up or just continue walking away?
I'm trying to think of what she will do.
Because you can definitely hear Dorothy now, trying to speak up and say, hey, just want to talk. Maybe stop walking away from us. Not very polite.
What's the plan here, Titus?
Okay.
Say again? Sorry, Stahl.
What's the plan here again, Titus?
Tullus kind of looks over at you and go, why do you keep calling me that? My name's Tullus.
I keep forgetting. Oops.
Nah, make it part of the calendar.
Yeah, I'm just gonna make everyone's name wrong.
Just gonna add itis to everything.
I like that. I like that you called. What did you call Cherry again?
Cheryl, I think.
That was on purpose that time, though. I was trying to mess up Rose names too, but I can't. It's really real hard to mess up Rose. No.
That's fair.
You could have said Lily. Just chose another flower. But as Tullus kind of catches up, he kind of leans over to Stahl and he goes, the current plan is just to watch. If things go south, we'll take care of it then, but I really don't want to have to, I would rather not have to pull out or, actually use. And he kind of bounces his shotgun on his shoulder. And he's like, I would prefer not to have to use it.
Okay.
But we
Okay.
should be prepared in case we have to.
I'm trying to think of what will Cherry do in this situation. Her stoic is still up. Hmm. Hmm. In this moment, Cherry stops and looks over at Dorothy. And says, I am sorry. I did not mean to be. I did not mean to be rude. I'm. Is Dorothy gonna try and read into that at all?
The real question is, does she care? Does she actually care about what you have to say? I don't really think she does.
That's fair enough. Oh, okay. She says, I'm sorry. He do need. Interestingly, in this moment, she gives the most empty smile that perhaps anyone here has ever seen. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I did not mean to be rude. She would go over to Dorothy and I suppose if Dorothy's not reading into it, she wouldn't see this coming. Let's Cherry's terrible at this. Yeah, she's gonna attempt it. Cherry currently is Cherry's gonna try and sucker punch her. Completely empty faced.
Yeah.
She has 1 strength and yes. What is Dorothy's defense? Would you say?
Not expecting to be punched, so she's not gonna apply her defense here.
Okay. So Cherry gets her 2 dice. Oh my god! Nope, that wasn't route. That's just she got 2 successes. I guess she takes 2 bashing damage and gets sucker punched.
Well,
Yeah, so everyone kind of sees the very, admittedly, almost frail girl kind of walk up to this individual and just right in the gut. Which is very quickly followed up by the removal of a pistol from a holster.
and then that's when they would hear it from behind them.
So I just need to double check what the called shot leg is.
I should have spent willpower on that. Or whatever.
So
I got the 2 success.
They're going to ignore the behind them.
Well, this is basically happening at the exact same
Okay.
time.
Fair enough.
Yeah, so it's a -2. Yeah, she's going to attempt to shoot Cherry in the leg.
Yeah, I'll spend willpower on. No. This is just against my defense. What's my defense again?
Well,
It's a firearm. You can't defend.
Firearm, no defense.
Oh yeah, I can't defend against that. You're right. Never mind. Oh god.
Ooh.
Okay.
Did
Read it.
that? Why is this on? It's on second edition. Why is it doing this?
What's it doing?
It added the damage to the dice pool. It's not supposed to do that.
One thing I noticed, this is just a completely side notice from the vampire game. The one time it rolled it correctly for a weapon, they didn't just have a number, they actually had it state 3L. So maybe the letter will trick it into thinking into
All right, this isn't the real roll, but I'm going to try it.
yeah, it just
Oh
says
yeah, it's the L.
It didn't load for me. Did it roll?
No.
What?
I'll
What?
roll my shotgun just real quick. So give me one moment here. Attack roll.
Do I need a modifier? Why is it not rolling anything?
Giving you a -1 modifier for something.
I
Yeah,
typed in a -1.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it doesn't roll it if it... Okay, that's weird. Yeah, somehow they were able to get it to show as lethal damage, so I don't 100% know how they did that. I'll have to look at the character sheet. But it...
Like that?
Yeah, how'd you do that?
I don't know.
What are your wizard secrets? How did you do that?
I suppose in the damaged thing, put 2L instead of just 2.
It won't roll it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna put 0 and a note right underneath it that it's 2 damage. But admittedly, those extra 2 dice it rolled didn't actually have a success, so...
Well,
you know,
3
whatever.
dice, because I believe the -1 modifier would still count. But yeah, last 3 dice still didn't do anything. So, yeah.
Yeah, so unfortunately, that's 5 lethal damage, because I don't think Deviants get reduction, and it's a heavy pistol.
Yeah.
And I'm presuming your stamina is not higher than 5.
It's not.
So that's the leg rack.
Yeah, leg rack.
Yeah. Okay, let's give myself a leg rack.
Getting
What
exciting.
does leg rack do again? Hold on.
Your
Well, it
leg's
slows you down
busted.
for one.
Yeah.
How many health bars do you have?
I actually do have 8. So
Oh, what? How?
I have 3 stamina.
Wow.
Yeah, so basically it's you half your speed and you suffer a -2 on physical rolls that require movement and defense.